Oyerepa News.
Any and on your transfer memories, some second year Banusia, but Mamma Junior Mamma Quaba 100.7 FM. Yet our body, I say, Papa, so me so you, dear Bodin, while Bodin said, yet Tiano Pepe, now and also so, and the Bedima could be an enemy, and it's a commercial force, Agric Minister of Waher, Doconobo, and a gas at Doconobo, and Yano Cre is a Kumabi. Ghana
by Suafo a wɔhwɛ ahoɔdenneɛ so na podia to dwa sɛn kanea no eduntum nansɛn no enye dum so na mmom ɛyɛ deɛn
nkanea dundumi okɔ twefo praso a wɔn mo yɛ costo bufuo fuwura na pone yisijifo no omunya omu a gyamɔ bɛtete ɔmo nam kra
aso yɛ hwɛ apomden so ɛna ɔno so aba abɔnten so de abetu dwa fa nkura bata hwɛ enyinam ahoɔden so mesɛ electricity company of Ghana nsɛm bi a Omo abetu edwa
empanifo tonsa ede afro transport minister sɛ wɔmeyi nsɛm bia no sika bi a wɔn matua ede akɔhyɛ baabi
amanfo bɔkoro no atwa Asante ho ahyia ama ketecha kwan so omu twitwa nadeɛ no na yɛde mu nkyerɛmu bi brɛ mo paa
yɛbɛsene akɔ nkɔkɔ nanchia wɔn mo so akyerɛ sɛ adeɛ bi ɛkɔ so na ɔma kwantempɔn no bi hɔ no mu a yɛyi ede afiri baabi a wɔsɛ dɛnti aka ho mɔmanfo
Malta mampania bepie mu ewo oman Ghana mu na ordinary akyerem ewo Hope Exchange Medical Center ewo Kumase.
Abusafo ye befiri honum na yakɔ ɛyɛ Afran Plains South. Na mpio ho buafu na nado sɛ wɔn ewo kuduo bi a wɔn nam Volta Lake no so afi bia ɛsɛe so na nado mpɛ ho asɛm nkama ne buafu na nado pa.
Ɛne Ghana look alike so ho sabre tubu asere hwe bi bɛboa pa unse obia wo de opeso seno njobu onu mu a sabie ku sabie nya de opeso sa so masie no anyem bia kwa bai na ebefa so amasa ni suade hono no abanti na dwumadi a Oyerepa TV and Oyerepa FM ya hyehyɛ ne frɛ no Ghana look alike no eduru kwasia da bia no anwumre no nsia na de afidie no ato no ahwe bi no avotu e de ama contestant a open asem na kyerɛ sɛ wɔkɔ na di saa ɛyɛ star 920 star 55 hash no awo so star 920 star 55 hash na chese no Latroland chese sese niema de aba no wo ba places no to anu atọ papa preko be ka kire wo se TV wo pe fridge wo pe niema bia no a eye Latroland showrooms ona ade wani be chirim no akwaje papa enei home places bia se fa na fridge esi e bo ho no e bo papa ni papa no ampa Latroland fo no niema bia yo be kire kwan ewo kaase kwantempon no so nsabe kan ye ben gini junction won sa so na topai enuanum love fm ho ye ben ena santas nso no ye ho no mo pa ben alive police station no ewo saja ahia 0543 554949 0543 554949
Kanjin energy drinking water ensu papa bujinsuo na Kanjin energy drinking water no we alkaline water ya empanifo de aba enti sanso wo no mu a ebiebie wuntini mu ema moja edi afurusane wo bi asabe ne yamatimu ache ya wontimi enya ne nan wo beban yie ama ho ato yembe da ho na wonya flatomi na ama wedie no so ani ayefe na aye akono Kanjin energy drinking water me say antioxidant na wonumu a se de besi aboa nipadua siesie wo amoa ya abrante ne ababaawa no enye asemketoa Braman UGC anasa Tafu New Road ya eben abawa route junction so ho no mo anasa frɛ no 0241 449191 ana 0507 379474 na when Kanjin energy drinking water entumi enkasa
abusafo ye ne anwumre ye no mode ahyia ayeme Oduefour Asabre pinaman na penkra hene chiame miniminu aba
Maame Frimpomaa Kranche MFK for short NFA
Krobea Asante ensem no eni
abusafo ye dimu ko twefo praso eno ewo twefo himan lower dentura mansinimu ewo mfifi mantemu na omanfo ye oye coastal ena obuafo wɔn de abɔ aban so de abɔ ECG fo so sɛ na sɛ nkanea dundum no ɛsɛ wɔn nneɛma ama nneɛma no gu wɔn hɔ a wɔn tɔn na no wobɛtia no foi ɛno ano no dɔhwere bɛɛ deɛ wɔ hɔ na yɛn sɔe yɛbɛsɔ no na ha se prɔprɔ emu ɛbɛ binum ɛne ho nkura ne ba afei wɔn so wɔn tontɔn nneɛma bebree te sɛ wɔdwadifo wɔn so tontɔn aprɛnom ɛkyɛ apple cabbage num lettuce num carrots num tomato num se wo mo so dwade ye saya na eseye entom buafu se mpanefo ma ye bibia ma mo a ɛneɛ wɔmɛdwa aba no live paa
affect your machines and your machines no sometimes I like to know about low current and one day we say I do minute bare 5 times a day ninya affect here if you can now send crap your machine back say through light we say container where crap is up and your because of light in the current to me low until the one say timetable then we say when your bedroom light and yes we and we say na the better management
eba boy ni kurani e bia machine so obi ni ha mo yanya we bo ma na omodum light etumi senya me bi akwa na mi wo kwa na o say every time light na sisu sa for 24 hours omodum na la acha be 24 hours acha be 2 hours na nem na aye omo so mo to ade no ebi fi echichi omo ba bra be to ade wo ha mo omra se nem no aye mbranya de o ma nya de ka na ben so mo the time stable no e ba ye na ya we say bia e bia ende omodum light na pants na bia e bo so na ya say ya so 24 hours nti
kind of do so na say ali ya time stable na yes so ye generator ya we who say na ya be to na they supply the whole day na dey bia off na dey ya na mo ya use coast water and dem mo aye e say ya afraid yes ya afraid you low current full power grab ma enti dey bia ya boka
abusafo ani amuti ye eya adwadifo a oye coastal ewo twefo praso ye wo twefo hema lower dentura mansimu ewo mfimfi mantemu na mote de dumso eye wo mo no
ye toa kasebo no enso dumso ho nsem ya nam so ama Ghana aban so afo a wo hwe ahodene so Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe na po na wode ato dwa ehye Ghana fo nyina enkuran se enkane no nansen Ghana fo hu se edundum no enye dumso na aba na mom eye dum siesie ya empanifo eye siesie ewo transformers ahodo ne plant a edi enyinam kanea ekọ emiamia ahodo nti enche bia no wonom edi ensiesie ni nyina bebe na wieye na enkanea no ejira ne na so bra ne se konkoma ni agyan a wo bia ebetumi enya bi ede aye adwuma.
When it comes to electricity, we've been challenged for some time. Before His Excellency got into office, we faced a situation where we literally had 3 days off, 1 day on or half day on electricity.
Is that what you call dumso?
That is the only Ghanaian.
That's the only Ghanaian word I know.
But we've moved from dumso, rather. We've moved from dumso. We are at the situation called dumsiesi. But we also have 88.75 electricity access rate in the country. Huge country. And we are starting to feel the effects of taking electricity to almost all the nooks and crannies of the country. But because we came from such a challenged position, a lot of contracts were signed to bring on energy. But when you look at the electricity value chain, it's not only generation. You have to supply the generators with the fuel. And then you hear solar, you hear wind. Some are even talking about geothermal, nuclear, gas, crude oil, coal. And we can talk about all these sources of fuel for electricity generation. Africa abounds in all of them. Yet, we are the most energy poor continent in the world. And we pay the highest for energy or electricity in the world.
Minister, let me stop you there and ask you this question. You're not just a minister for Ghana, you're an African minister, you're well respected, not just across this continent, but across the world. When you speak, when you get into the room, everybody takes notice. In those closed rooms with your colleagues, what is missing? Why are we today still paying the most for energy and we're still energy poor?
Africa Energy Technology Conference no eye dwumadie sonko a wonum edi ewo abibre mu eho na Matthew Opoku Prempe wakoye a wode saa ensemfoe ekoto dwa na no ene wo kire mu so obepie mu ewo abibre matoye afam ne ato abibima mu ankasa kurampo no a enyinam kanea ho nsem no eye adane boachi bidin na empanifo edi niam papa bi egu akwan mu a wobetu ho anamo enche bia.
Lower carbon dioxide emissions and energy demand. Globally, Energy transition is challenged in several ways, including limited technology capacity, low productivity, weak capital markets, and high input costs. In addition to these, Africa is particularly saddled with high energy deficits, inadequate human capital, and lack of green energy infrastructure. These have to be dealt with through policy and regulatory reforms, physical market development, and incentives to achieve sustainable consumption and production of energy at national, sub-regional, and continental level. Ghana's energy transition framework, ladies and gentlemen, focuses on green manufacturing and introduction of new technologies such as carbon capture, utilization and storage, nuclear power, gas for transportation and electricity and generation, e-mobility, charging infrastructure, clean cooking stoves, energy storage.
Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe esa to aso echire mu se wo hwe African Energy Bank ya empanifo pese wonum esi ewo abibiman mu a enka wo mu mesi ewo Ghana esa se eba no abibiman mu a enka ne abibrem atoye fam ha no enyinam kane ho nsem nka Ghana fo de de toto abibiman aka ho de a enka ye de no eye papa entinka African Energy Bank no wo mesi ewo my Ghana mu ntotoye no ene bibia bekoto ten e de ama bank no. With
the recent discovery of critical metals and the siting of AFCTA headquarters in Ghana, we are in a unique position to serve as a springboard for the gateway for green manufacturing into continent. Ghana is at the pole position fighting to ensure that the African Energy Bank becomes established here. With the African Energy Bank headquarters possibly here very soon, we stand a chance of adding the after and the opportunities to Africa for all Africans to enjoy. This conference, I believe, serves as a platform for dialogue, collaboration, and action. In the next 2 days, we will engage in fruitful discussions, share best practices, and forge partnerships that will drive innovation and accelerate progress towards our shared goals.
Eni awuti ye eye Ghana abansuafo a wo hwe ahodene so Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe na dwumade wei eye abibima mu nyina anyinam kane na se ahodene enhyiamudie ya na wo mo etadidi a frɛ ne se Africa Energy Technology Conference no ɛhɔ ɛna wɔde sa ensemi ekotu dwa
Oyerepa 100.7 FM studio kanka se ne egusu ade ma wa na nwumre no nsian na ɛhya no so se mo amwo Promise TV so no mo da mu papa I was so for your shower kocha any wabra bosso Dr. Brian Champon and an anno doka say dokro abo aba from isana ban she papa ya we gu aproso as say ebro aba from na ebro ebusu o maimun oso fa Ghana mfatwa wo ba bisu anu kurani dokro no wanya ne bu akra edin ye 2 series no keka kan bia de gu honti ye nuanom eja FM station ye bi no kotra keka kan sem no na we na kuma se for say what no open yasma wo kan we are here pa ugidi omo so akyerɛkyerɛ omadwen omo se asema so afɔ no aka no oboa nukura bia ni hwewu mu dokoro bo den na dokoro kura de so afa ne fua ye kura de ho kitikiti mu hem blow he ketwa we omo akyerɛkyerɛ omadwen pa Dr. Brian the Champon ye ka bra no waka semi.
But what about maize? There's a glut of maize. It means that it's the glut that I'm talking about that is stuck with the farmers. Okay, there's a lot of maize out there, and look. If you look at the prices of maize at the moment, it tells you that we have quite a lot of maize on the market.
Including maize for poultry feed?
I mean, yes, the maize is available.
Because I'm told the yellow maize is what they use for the poultry feed.
Because it's relatively cheaper by about 20 cedis and thereabouts. So every poultry farmer will prefer that. But there's indeed maize in the system, and that is why price of maize is not going up, and indeed for the first time you see that the price of kinky, which never happens, is actually going down.
No. We did the kinky. We read the kinky research. Kinky prices have consistently increased. The size has reduced. The price has increased from 2, 3 to 5.
You buy kinky from Kempinski and other places.
No. The guy did the research across the Greater Accra region. I even interviewed him. I've read the report.
We are on the ground. I have.
So what's the average ball of kinky price in Accra? It's about 4 cedis.
The average is actually 3 cedis because you can get kinky for 2 cedis. No, I'm saying
even the cheapest place for kinky was Teshi, and Teshi you get kinky for 3. No, we did this study.
But I'm not here to argue about that. I can find you kinky for 2 cedis this afternoon.
I'm happy to eat it.
Okay, and I can get you kinky for 4 cedis. I can get you kinky for 5
And
cedis.
the size, what's the size of the 2 cedi ball?
But I'm saying we're talking about the average price of about 600 grams of kinky. Okay. And I'm saying that you can get that size depending on where you go. If you want boutique kinky, the price is different. If you want my Mile 7 kinky, the price is different. But kinky price is averaging about 3 cedis, not 4 cedis. But if you look at the price of base, okay, kinky prices should have been
much lower.
But there are a myriad of factors that is causing that. And we intend to deal with it.
Let me just understand your
Dr. Brian Champon, so for ya share agriculture so ne nsem eno ne chese dokono no size no said yes ya bo no de afre no ene na woka se ebia ne bo okeka kan baabi awodo bi etonto dokono no ampa ene ye utimi se ju ebi wono ma boga pa dokono boga nti eno ne sa ne bo nko na bia wo bass ya nso sebe wo mo ebia mo di sisi dwanti no a wo mo so abo nko na emom no cheche mi se baabi wono ma benya ne bia be 2 series any idea anti ano so mu nsem eno no nkyerese bia bia befa bia no dokono no bo 2 cities ne de no na eno no manfo ya tisi abonte ne yese pani no de wa kyere na dwen sesei ena niema esi etie na wo manfo am okuma sen so mo ka ne se kyerese anye bia no dokono no ya kura de ja santima mi edipa mo kan se
ennei a great minister edin sembi abetudwa na ne nsema wo de abetudwa ne nyina ne se ebrobo ayefo nti amadokno bo nso ayefo nti ebane ne wo mo tonka dokno bi abedi nkomo se eyampa sesesi ano dokno bo ayefo enam ebrobo nso ayefo no nti eba ne abetie o manfo ne bi adwentre
enje gamba fo mbebresa because ne boy dai eno na betiti bibia wo nti ubewie no ena ebi po ho a wonya bibia ne obeto aduana ma ho ma no won tenafie mo bi hu za won tenafie wunya bi mpo ankakra na wonam na woye
nti first no na bro no moto ne sen boto no kese no sesi anso moto ne sen
ebro nje se ebro mo ba ye tuo mo tumite so ebro ni ye dada na ne bo no koso nti ebro bo nde engina fa akọ
nti esi ano dokno no mo bo ne sen
ye bo no 5 cedis ne 4 cedis
nti sesi ade mo 3 cedi bi
3 cedis dokun de ye jaibo ye bo 4 and 5
adenti na sesi amo 3 cedis bi
ni sesi ebro boy ahaban eja enso bibia eno na obetu om na wo 3 cedis na be na obetiti akonya sa enye bi etu wapa afoka na ni wejina ye foka nti ye just 3 cedis ni eye na bo
nti esema wo kan nyina chese ebrobo no edaso wosro pa
enkofom sa enkofom ko se nyoma ni nyina wosro enda wo konyam a efidie e benyam ebroi enda wo konyam na boodi nti anu aso na yetiti wo sesi
enti woni a wo bodo kono woni a wodi do kono woni a chese wodi do kono di dwumadi awdo nyina ena wote se si bonten na eja gina etu aso no mo di enkomo no nti omo soso adwen eno abusua wo ba tem dokono bo ese na atọ dokono e de efre soafo echese dokono bo ese abafom sanse ebro ewo mayi mu yentu aso ne yenku yanim
yo ye tu aso kwa yanim ana ye kwa ahoma so ene ye nua teacher kujo teacher kwadwo akwa akwadi nkomo teacher kwadwo asema odenam nyina ne se keteche akwan no amavo ha se omo wiewia ni yesi anaju da so pa no mu wia se okoduru ensawam na de ko sapeman ho na awuri nyankopon anajo so mo de na tutu se Picasso ye heda so de agu pragya ni abobo yamo na kwa abrane wona de kro no ama asem akwaya asem kese ha adwene yem teacher kwadwo wa homa no so teacher majo
Idi so okra
asem na ye hwe yo na kwamba no mo fo so mu wiewia no sa no kire mu kakra
yo so na udika ebo amanye no sa pepe na echi uba bepimu ewo puye mantemu eye isiriji fiti ensawom akopie mu keteke kwan no enam everything nsan mo akopie mu ewo opa e Krobea ewo sapema ena amasama mfimfini te ewo mu akopie mu ewo enkampumpu ni mantemu awo pie mu ewo nsan wo ekwo opa ene sapema odi a keteke kwan ewo hono mu no yezi ga na keteke ni bia ni wa yedwuma na mmom nipa bi keteke na de na wo kwan no so no omu yeyi ni nyina na enu no meni asem member owo eremu wo sapema aya fenu honorable Dr. Elom adisi enkomo na ni se mo kan nyina ni say in fact ne akoso de Oyerepa se na medi meni be hu no lukre na koso na bisa ni say oni MC honorable Kremediwo Kesin adisi enkomo ana abona mane o se oni honorable etima de chi enkomo na ne wo se honorable so e da asem no akọ Ministry of Railways wakobo mamane na omuso nkofo mu du dade no omuso ma obia na me say so won sma obia e dia aden assembly no mu pay tax force bi na omuntu ana mo se dia mu se na jo na o ma so mu du dade ne dia na mu pay tax force bi afema na asmo kan se ono on trifa ni tumi enkote tax force so about tax force bi assembly no ejuma se assembly no betu sana mo no otimi support na assembly to na mo ye dia onu me ti ko na o ba mo no ma se no almost tutu da je ne de almost tutu da de na ma se da ye akaka ne de na da almost tutu akoko premu wo amasamai na nkofo no so ba anajo ahomachi ana mo tutu da de na o ba ye nsawo mare ko amasamai ne saba ma dia ya reho pa da no tutu ni so amuko tongu so mo ko ye de be you o mo ko be you and the mini who the wa mi timi hu ni protea nkofo kwa almost da de na nsawo ene ni saba ma ni nkuru won nyina
ya beda sinti tija ebesi na ye heda nya obi anche no
so mi no ka say die assembly no ena post for enye obi anya anche ne na mom ona bo no ma menya ni tie say nkofo no mo ba no ya nazu ena o machi no mba obebo amane di se no ogone MC ne o bo Kremediwo Kesin esa do nje ombo ko assembly meeting mo kwa o sa de to mani na say tax force ta post for no mo de ejuma no be so mo sana ebra anazu nya o machi wo tu sana mo no manya nkofo na chi o mo de because sana railway ministry ama mo onya ni tie say almost mo bi aye so mo tutu dade ni tinu almost say do mo na be si wo na ni pa boni for mo yesa no almost say etimi aso mu no do say de almost fi nyu bia enchi ni
teacher ye beda se wate
listen me da
yo abusa for ye nua teacher kwadwo na ma ne bo na ode abai na yegusu ye na ye ka kire mo se Kumasi Asante Kotoko ene Accra Lions akansie no wo mu si ewo Kumasi Baba Yarago Prama so na nkra aba ne se Kotoko eda form baako Accra Lions ahye baako
wanne
yadum nkane na se so masa so na wo dum nkane ya si
wo mo bobo no yadum nkane a park ne so
yes yade nkane na ebobo no ise no so nkobo die ena na po abesra wo mo ti yadum nkane no ana wo se ye say ye be kan yan o masa so
na o ni plant wo park ne so
na ne ye no kra de plant ho hia o munum no preko Kotoko
da fo mi di
na ma che de mo no foforo e be da foforo
ye ntu nche
ne be da to
na bi so na Kotoko betimi ate ahye bi kura san ka ho
ne ye de ti na se ngora nyina be hye yesa no mo sa akọ
e bia na enne be da so no nko
abana
papa
mo no ne mo so fo yem to de mo nda foforo na de
de de ji se radi ba mu abusia for ye to akase bo no so ha Oyerepa 100.7 and afi Promise TV ubetimi awura ho na wakọ akohwe kasebo ni bi ye to so akoyanim ye de ani chiremu ewo kasoa ene ne mpatamu na abofra brante ketekete ya wonya emfihia enwotwe nyankopon afafie wo class 5 enkanyame amfafie a wani a wonom saka wa adwuma ewo mpatamu wonom no bra Facebook Oyerepa radio na kohwe akora ne achechire nano achechire ne nsa achechire ne nan ne bibia ya achechire ene odete honom na yamane bofo na nansa ekopie mu ewo kaso ene ne mpatamu ena wone womanfo kodi nkomo ebisa ne nsemum na omkire se abofrei ekosuku anopa na ofirifia na edwoada no na anu dwode ya ofirifia na ose ase na obi edi nachi kakra edi ne ntente tiptoe kakra kwa no branchi ye twa ne ho ekọ kasoa Blue Top Estate Junction so ho no ma na kua wonom sa eso ni mu na enkoma a wose abofra ne teye ene se yenkyekere no fa no kwobo dan ni mu na onyunu dwuna se ewiemu biribiri kakra yakwa akoyi no ede na kwa akoye de ye pe ene nyankopon ya adom fulani ni bia wono so kan na ntwie wode na ntwie ekotwam ewo ba bia ya kyekere abofra di na kwa akohye uncompleted building yi mu ene otesa akra ne ye ade ya kyekere na no edi akwa pie na tikonti wantimi nkasa nti de oya na spineye nti wose won obo kontine se je okodi nsekuro kakra okohwe na akura yi na da ho no mo a ya kyekere no na ne Amerika wodi Amerika tie mu frem na nte won petem won mo a wo mo ebefa abofra yi na suku a akura no okọ Great Promise School Complex yene Madam Elizabeth Lamte we administrator ewo ho etwetwe nkomo a wo boy asem no mu enkyire mu
baba omo ehunu obebi na ya kyekere no sani amete no me ko hosa akọhye ame ko ye mom no ni isane no video sa me share ye kyere se me si ye no be mu no mo ba fa me drew ho no na ento wa fresh please for the that please for be mu be ye yi hwehwe mu kakra endra akola ne maame ba ha no mo call police station ho ye teno no e fa che case no almost say akola ne yira ye no guardians na ba am the report to police station that madam ne kan ye ne say omo eje ni
enti wo ba ubehu se school dan esi honom Great Promise School Complex ena school dan nchen no da motobi si wa yenwie ye moso uncompleted building bi wo hwa eho ena ede abofra no ekohye ye nyankopon ya dom ama wo manfo ensa so no mutinka wo mudi nte ama enwuna adwo animu abiribire wie no na de ompeso omde ye bia no wo makwa akwache no ede aye no Madam Elizabeth Lamte wo ye administrator edema school no no ena kyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm ni mu ekireye
Ingrabata ye hwe enyinam so Electricity Company of Ghana eno mo de ba betu dwase wa supiti makoma be se aduokro baako nanti wa hospitals bi wo man yi mu a wo mo do hwiri be se aduoso mienu acha ne fo miensa wo mo de ka o metua ante sa ene o mbedi obesi obetwetwam ma wo mo bewu na sami ena kan bi ama ingrabata ehwe apomden so ni pani a wokasa edema Ministry of Health no ene wo pani Isaac Ba ofe ede ba betu dwase no kura nyankopon ani mini ehye de guapono so pa wo maka wasem emom asopeti aduokro baako ya ye kan wasemi ebi wono mokra no watua bia aka kuma bi no wawie eka so de odi bia wotua bia na kyese no ano na nyese bia wayi wani enkakra etihye bia no eda ho ye no ebia ECG for ba betu dwase asopeti awodo no ye kwa akotwitwa mo nkan yemi ade ne de ene wo se no de mem omo ntrombo ase sanse omuguso ya wo mutuatua nyese bia wonom ayiwomene na ne biti se kolubu for the car 37 military hospital agase no so nkwa o Asante mantemu konfo no che menhia amami ntwa so na azigbanu ankanazem
na enye bwapayo bi na ministry na ye one most of these hospitals no omuye agencies on their own until their mode of operations no enya dia a day-to-day management by the ministry but as far as these particular deaths are concerned na ministry no are aware sometime back last year ministry no to one mo ye di nyama egugu akwamu a se na be ye be yi sa aka ne nyina efre sa kansa automatic man say demand notices but ne ya ye efre no betum nani say all the affected hospitals no they can have meetings be no so that we look at possible means of resolving issues na ewo ho no the ultimate ni say e was say ye ni ECG for transit ye ni omo kasa na ne was say omo hia free ye ho no ya meeting om ye so ye hia free omo ho no so no omo so ayamaye ochina say ye ni omo be ye meetings so that we are able to resolve that issue no enye ECG for nkwa o hwe temale teaching hospital omo ye under VRA nti ye sa share nyina no na e kan omo nyina e bit say regional hospitals omo ye under Ghana Health Service nti ye sa discussions na e bi e kan omo nyina Kofanochi Teaching Hospital, Kolebu Teaching Hospitals. CEOs no nyina be ba Accra. Na we sit down together to look at possible ways Yedika ye arrangement ni bidada. And then says arrangement na answer that anko we will look at the other alternative to make sure say yebe yisa kanu efreho.
Ntiani ana chese Kuala Lumpur Hospital, 37 Military Hospital, Rich Hospital, Greater Accra, no na chese hen regional mu nyina no wo ho no Gramantemu, ave konfa no menhia ene omo dia Asante Mantemu afi fa no Ho Teaching Hospital, chese no ho, ena Chebi Government Hospital, epoe Mantemu no, nyina de ka, chese okota malenso ase de mutiye, so pani Azigba ofe, yo kasa de ma ahweye hwa apomede so no, wo chechi mu ene se hon so Tamale Teaching Hospital, omo so de ka, ntina chese omo pe kwampa obefa so no metwetwa amade firi ho
abusafo ye firi ho na fe yakọ Afam Plains South eno ewo apoye mantemu empia oho eye Honorable Joseph Apia Boateng na wose odi aba ho ya papa ya odi ni nyina ne se ohwe ba bi omo na ensutade kese a ewo ho no eye Volta Lake na Volta Lake no sa sushema womo edef tenamu etwa nsuo no asai dada ya aban no ntime ye ma womo ose ohwe sa sushema no womo ye no se engine mienu na demo engine ba akwa asai na aka ba no so asai aka ho age ne ho enti enko ma ana okodu ho no ma womo a efiri kwawu adoso ediko eche amanfrom ho nyina busafo womo entimi nko obi ntimi ma sanse unya kudo bi entrem na de atwa sa Volta Lake no ebio asan a afa enuane ya nka woso wo mutim bese ne kɔ no obi antimi nkɔ wose ayesa ma sese rukodu mpatemu a ade ekɔ no yom ya nti no omudi aban we ho ya wo se awose ka aban no timi asiesie sa botu ba akɔpɛ na da hɔ no eno ye Volta Lake Transport Company Limited wo mo ferry ya na akɔba sa no aban no antwene ni amahwe omo a enema be ha adwene papa ye hwese ye betimenya Honorable Joseph Apia Boateng ewa ahoma no so na o ma ye die ye betwa ho aba
kotoko ateneka samekan Oduefour samekan
hallelujah
on betika na san hye aka ho
ba se aso light no
me se kotoko betimi
on betimi
kan ani dum ye dey
nwanwa
odi an fa ne se dum so ne yewum
dum sie
dum so ne yewum dinga omdum kan ani ye obi am ze bobo en ba bi ati san de hono omdum ne ye dey
omdum sie nwanwa ye to aso abusiafo ye to aso akoyanim na enkrata bi efi management wonom eye empanifo a wo hwe Ghana Airports Company Limited ano ediba emonten so a wonom e kire empanifo se titinani a woda Airport Operations Committee ya wokotoka o se ye nkomra wo mate
yo abusafo mema MFK aso ni boduamu kakra na ye ni Honorable Joseph Apia Boateng MP ya wo Afam Plains South edi nkomo kakra Honorable mema join me de bakuma say Oyerepa TV say any FM so Honorable Joseph Apia Boateng Honorable abala na so yom Honorable Joseph Apia Boateng no wajo Honorable Tibeka okay tuaso
onyano yanko asi ya jenba okay no me man okay hello
Honorable Joseph Apia Boateng good evening
evening on in apom today
ya ho ya na nso
na mi adom boko
we dey why express o disappointment awa aban mu efa sa mo ferry no ho a aseye no ho ye pese wo ma ye hunu da be na say ye na ade anamo na aban se otu afa ho
but na ogwe so echi man se la anti papa
yo ye ka mo susemeya mo di twa Volta Lake ya mo se aseye na so aban na nani mehwe mo nyema mo no ene e pese hunu se aseye da ben o how na de aba na e pese di wonkomo yi
okay yo me da se me chia wa chief ni na ma chia something south we want to so ye chen se o she ya kwan a free a chairman from and they call Agoreke, which is next constituency Betty because the names are 20. obviously akwana afei na ni akwa nso nso atobako afampes na o hwese akwana ye the see na me get you need akwa ka say look the monthly nye bridge na monthly nye kwana kwa ma ye kwana o de nka mo de mo aye ni fini the dia airport os ni dia aye more mad na cars do ana car kika no ansa na nso no atoto and also can say or na minister no nyansa ti eduma minister na omdi na babo for nyansa ti eduma nti me ma say entrango say you be say na say anasa by the end of the month na say aban kan hwia na say your common fund e bi aba na say me di kudi akwan so na ti abo a me ti di abo efiri akwan no me say kwan kwanta entemo na some share to oduma so entemo na dey so to oduma so entemo na etimi wa kwan kakra me ma common fan bit ya no me so say bit ya kan bit le common fan bit ya be 100,000 e dey yes adwuma no ntino e no na ehwe ni but aban so be so no be boa so dia nka yeti aye covid ama ni so letini abeti akoma kwan letini yi kakra mai
na honorable ya tese mo ferry no eno so asai no kresa
ferry na so no and no be born man say no asay na me chen say ye say na ngata no me maka ho ase mebre engine ni na nka say eye adwuma ten years engine ba ko na omuyusu because na nka say engine ni adwuma nka wodi wadi mu ko a wonda no ko na nka wasan de wachi aba ma 10 years no say engine ba ko say no ma me ya and omunye kwa for so long best 7 years ne kwa no one engine na no muyusu ntini ba akon so break down we pa na ti the to how e dey abre akontifo anya dedifo nyina nti sama e dey machine dey na me tin fe panty for because na pa ba ni okokos meeting na if you okokos meeting ba chamber if you man ya san okokos meeting for ya we e pen ya san ba chamber dey ajeni ya ni se o phone call e dey ba ya me no e ka sent me tin fe opani bi awo panty ni so na te mari phone bi ya ni en ka sai na machine enya no crepa e wo mu na machine aka wasem.
Okay, and honorable yeah how be brave we kra de wa brenti ye be jaw for now na kire no yetime establish say ampa asaya ni ahwe o how de ba no ntie be dase yo yani honorable Joseph Apia Boateng ne di nkomo yi oye MP Afam Plains South ewo Eastern Region.
Oduefour no ye manager ya woda ferry ya no voter ho lake fo ya no. Edwetwe nkomo wo kase ebo so anwumre ma ne kan se asai na empanifo guso a wo mutu ho anamo ntimi bisa ne senti wo mu ntimi empe spare one beans nchen wo se ba akopɛ na omo capacity brofo a wo kan ye no no wo se ba akopɛ na ombetimi aye ho adwuma empirempire the ferry ni de no kresa say na wo hwe cars eni nipa ne passengers a wo mu gu asuo na gya adwadifo ekofa niema ne ade wo mu ntimi ma na enura na asefim ti ende asay nti wonu abunte ya ye ka kire no sa asay ye to so no se dem di kan ye no management ya wonum eda Ghana Airports Company Limited ano wonum ede enkrata akoma Airport Operators Committee ewo Kotoka International Airport wa 11th March na anu dwade ya enana enkrata yi edi eguso na Yvonne na afriye opare wono eye MD ya woda Ghana Airports Company Limited ano nensa enana ehyasie ya na wo mo kire se round trip se bia akọ no asan ya ba ubetua $20 eno eye baggage belt overhauling ene maintenance ahodo asiesi a empanifo ebeye ewo Kotoka International Airport na saa enkrata ebepie monteso no wo mo kire mo se mebusumi da edi kan ena saa $20 no akwantufo a wonom afuru wiemhyen ewo Kotoka International Airport no wonom ebetua ewo airport honom na second deputy speaker of parliament Andrew Asiama ena atonsa edi afra Ghana banso afo hwe akoni abadie suo transport minister says anhyehyɛ foforo no a wo mo edi aba no etia mra esan sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ empanifo etimi egitum ewo Ghana emrahye ansana womo ede akọ ama Ghana fo nyina atua na ebra yewura Asiama ede sansemi etudwa no ena pani ba kwa akane na woye edomkuma ne ba no dani wonumonyafo Haruna Idrisu wono so de to Ghana Airport Company Limited anim se muni tumi bia se mo ankasa mo de mo nsa bebo mo boso se panyan aka se bia mo metua sika se anase mo ntua ti sika se agi se mo de abamrahye bedwafie na empanifo ahwehwem agi atum ansa na mo twasa atwamenebo no e de ama wone a efro ewiem hyen Haruna Idrisu
of urgent public importance because what authority does the Ghana Airport Company have to impose fees and charges? And is these charges consistent with the Fees and Charges Act approved by the Parliament of Ghana? So, Mr. Speaker, I've seen a letter Ghana Airport Company signed Yvonne Nana Afriye Opare, Mrs. Managing Director. And, Mr. Speaker, I read it for a record. Further to discussions with the executives of Airport Operations Committee, AOC, regarding our baggage belt overhauling and maintenance issue, the Board of Directors of Ghana Airports Company, in consultation with Ministry of Transport, institutes maintenance charges of $20 on all-round airline trips and $12. Mr. Speaker, that will be cost to Ghanaian travelers from abroad to Ghana. $20 on all-round air trips and $10 to be charged one way. And this fee will be effective May 1st, 2024. Mr. Speaker, I think that the Minister for Transport will have to be hauled by you to this House to explain the
eni awuti ye kane edomkuma ba no dani ewo Ghana emrahye bedwafie wodumonyafo Haruna Idrisu na enu achi no ena ne member of parliament mrahye bedwani a wo Inshayeso constituency Asante Mantemu Dr. Stephen Amuanso etwetwe nkoma a wode to empanifo ni nyina anim se Ghana Airports Company wonom eginasi a wasie se wobi a wotu kwan ede afri ewiemhye gina bia honom ye Kotoka International Airport no wobetua $20 no ose anu odenti panifo wedie mo fa manyosem ento nche no wonto nsa emfamfre wo mu se de ba ya eto ho nsem e wo mai mu no enkoye ensem bebre.
As we all trying to adhere to our laws and rules in the country, which of course demand that such charges need the appropriate legal and policy approval, which we all support. I think some of the comments I'm quite not happy with them because my senior leader of the opposition party knows clearly that under this regime, I'm a member of the finance committee, he's talking about we've taken steps to deal with all these challenges. He knows. It took us not a number of days, weeks, even if not months. So if we speak as if at present the country is highly taxed and stuff like that, Mr. Speaker, I'm surprised. Because that statement is not in good faith. Do we have a time we say taxes are high or low? It depends on the fiscal space situation of our country, and he knows that. Mr. Speaker, what I can say is that I think we need to refer this so that the minister in charge will be given the appropriate opportunity to come and answer questions on that. But if we say that it should be just tomorrow, we don't even know his situation now. I think as a house, we need to adhere to the needed balance when it comes to our political interests and state issues. Other than that, I think I support what he's saying. But the fact that he's saying that the country is becoming over highly taxed and stuff like that, I always refer to them that between 2014 and 2016, 26 tax items were either introduced or increased. So they shouldn't talk about that. Mr. Speaker, tax issues once and for all, we need to deal with them in our country because it's one of the issues destroying our country. When NDC they are in power and they are introducing taxes, MPP will say no. When MPP they are in power and they are NDC will say no, and the public will follow them. So
eni awuti ye mrahye bedwani a wo Inshayeso constituency wo Asante Mantemu Dr. Stephen Amua na ne kurakura mu ena speaker ya ebre ya wonom eka nsemu na otie dwamu second deputy speaker Yera Andrews Asiama ena wo hye se Ghana bansoafo wo hwe akoniabadie so wamra mepiemu ewo mrahye bedwafie bosumi ewemu ne da etoso edunkron na ensem ampanifo de atudwa se ewiemhye gina bre wonom atwamene $20 ato honom no womeyi sa ensem no ano.
Issue raised. Honorable Haruna Idrisu informed me personally In fact, he had wanted to do it yesterday, and I said yesterday was not appropriate. But as to whether he involved the leadership, that is another thing. He informed me personally. So let's take a cue from it. A member can come under Ordinance 3. He needs to inform the speaker, and he needs to involve the leadership. It's important so that nobody is taken unawares, so we become ambushed in this circumstance. So with regards to this particular issue, I'm directing the Minister for Transport to appear before the House on the 19th, that is next week, Tuesday, to come and address this particular issue, because the airport company cannot sit by themselves and say they are increasing charges, fees and charges on their own. So that is my directives. Please, let's carry it out. 19th, the Minister for Transport should appear before the House to respond to these issues.
Ghana Emrashabeja Fiamu Chiami Abedi Chira Watoso Emienu, Second Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Yera Andrew Asiama, Ena Otinin Kane.
Yadiani Chemu Nkoko Nanchia, Ewo Kwau West Crucinim, a poeman Chemu, Nadiatiane se Nkoko, Ena Yejina, Enche Kra, they Busumia Chemu, Nide Tosu Dunum, Bepepe, and a Babetu Jason Quenchas Rukubiasi, Ewonomo Areho, Addition for me and Sa, Chichini Bako. Umo Ampia Memorial School or Matwana Monsia, the question is Sano, a can be Emma MC, Ewa Temu, Honorable Yaw Uswado, and said Debbie. A quine would go on more. I was say, yes, Pempia block no, Sebeya, Nipa, Nasa, as she fled to me and Coswas and say, will be free baby pan, would Tiaso San, or Tiasi Quanima when her baby. And one is a Debesia, yes, ye, in tea, a bad son or block and a Reverend Ignatius, as you do. Any nipa eshia central for nifa baby na what you just said no kronya kupon ni on your charge be opinion leaders na opinion leaders mbako and was here akwan wodo no kra elinke akwan akese ni mu ayetuatua no eno kra da say asade no kra ntinkabe ya yemyemye entutum
I don't know that school in term any second road na one. Now, sir, pedestrian crossing. It will be about and to for upon with speed. That speeding on the seen at there. And until a cum calabri, it is Obia or Caribbean. But also, free I say, echo, I will put here aquatenum. A 15 minutes drive. Maybe you should run for 15 minutes drive as well as 10 overhead as well as a fee. And to moon is a distance. It is a shortcut to make the room. Any play once with those baby or cast. It may snap by any sex. Someone per se, any Chairman, put to the money would dear Mr. Oh, make sure so any money, baby. I there's some speed ramps. Now somebody head, and now say, the back crossing on Benny, no more guide because sideway, Akos, when the highest among Colorado. It is never in one more. No one in Quine swap or 40 top speed, a football now banana. Speed now, and you take Biara. You must see him quite area to Mr. Sabani Jai man, Asante no one, no much on the bar. Any money may hear, any money may hear. Serious and yet buying so very serious because you ain't to me
and you know Reverend Ignatius says you do opinion leaders and quality did not just say I don't know now you mo man for so sweat my pa
say I can see a best put ya any the abaha moyen be crown will be yare it's a sick car a faher be fan in term did you or put ya and about fanwa moyen we go hawk now work can it is a Okofoputia and Abefano, Behayen, a high Sudia Kayaquetia, and you first say, not Abefoni Pano, the Neko Hospital, not a Smubiaba. And only I should say, Naputia, dear, M.Y.
One almost in the air, M.O. or Omomotin and Chan, or what can we see and Pano, Omlin Befine, into no as a more pay, say, or as a more year overhead, and as a more pay ways and means I go to me across, so I'll call other Gona Edahon, into the M.O.
Mwase almost in the amboy cry. We say, yeah, see a jam and Sunny Abaka far people Tiara bedroom. We say, long face, say into me. Praga for no more bass here. You are better charge over 30 cities. 30 citizens who Ubeko do job a ban on Nebia scanner kita on Nisha. Ubepo macha. Into a best rare a buying say, and Kamunya U10 be what have a be almost in the MI. Send a bear, yes, so yet see Crone Jano. Yes, your coffee, I bet medical alcohol.
Jakurana. Answer now best I chamo than the fat put here and now me abrahono more of the corner, no so ya some.
ɛne no nti wɔmafo so ɔmɔ nkɔkɔ na nkyia na ne nyina mu di kuro yɛ wɔ na nkyia na Kwasi Asante Bamfo enso ɛka kakra ɛde bɔ
nka wɔ ɛhyehyɛ mu sɛ nka ɔbɛyɛ bridge ama yɛ Lincoln Road na nka yɛne a ɛfiri kuro ma ne yɛkɔ no yɛtumi aba hɔ na kuro no nyini sɛneɛ na anyini nanso lɛ sɛneɛ mene ɔka sɛ nnipa twa mu bɛyɛ aha nwɔtwe kɔ apem so na ɛte akyiri ɛmu aba adwumayɛfoɔ asukuufoɔ kwafoɔ ne adwadifoɔ ahodoɔ nyinaa hɔ no na ma bɛyɛ kwan ne hyɛ ama yɛ ufiri nhyɛ ha ba nyinaa na ahyɛ wɔ foro kaka ufiri ha pɛ wokɔ akɔhyia Lincoln Road sign na road sign ɛsi hɔ koraa no ɛbɛyɛ bɛhwɛ ame akɔ no ɛnni hɔ mpo na sɛ driverfoɔ no ɔmbɛhwɛ ɔma hu ne yie sukuu koraa so wɔ kwan ne ho a ɛyɛ pedestrian crossing hɔ a ɛdɛn na ha ɛba bɛyɛ highway wɔberɛ a ɛda kuro nti wɔmfa road sign no ɛsi hɔ no koraa nyɛ adwuma road sign no kɔmfa nyɛ adwuma
enti na Kwasi Asante Bamfo yɛ a wɔno nso ɛdi kuro ɛwɔ nkɔkɔ na nkyia na ɛde bi soɔ no
nanu ya MPP amanyekuo no ɛto aba eyi wɔn ɛbɛgyina ɛwɔ abato mpɛsɛ ahodoɔ so aprakɔ mmerɛsɛ badwafie no okɔ atwoma ngɔbiagya south a MP hɔ ɛyɛ Honorable Emmanuel Agye Anhwere wɔde bɔ sɔrɔ anye yie ɔwe na deɛ obɛdi na deɛ sɛsi yɛ a ɔbɛprakɔ mmerɛsɛ badwafie ɛyɛ Honorable Sally Cheitiwa yɛtafrɛ no Maame Tiwa ɔna Deputy CEO Minerals Commission na wɔbaeɛ no wɔhyɛ aseɛ nante enwuma ahodoɔ a ɛwɔ hɔ no mu ya ɔde ne ho kyerɛkyerɛ wɔ mo ampa ɔha aseɛ ɛna wɔn mu di nkɔmɔ na anokwasɛm wasrɛ wɔ mo sɛ wɔn nya ne mu gyidie wɔn nya nanado mu gyidie onya Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia mu gyidie na abayɛ santoma wɔ mo na wɔnto onyuma pa so
opportunity ne dia na kyɛ sɛ wo ade nyinaa enti mesrɛ mo sɛ mayɛ ba mu mbu wa atwuma wɔ Biagya South yɛm kɔsoa ne yɛnya gyidie ɛwɔ MPP aban mu firi sɛ MPP aban ana betimi aboa ama Ghana brɛde a wɔ sɛ yɛduru no yɛtimi aduru enti mesrɛ mo munya gyidie wɔ yɛ mu na montaa yɛkyi na momboa yɛ minim sɛ this year election year na momboa yɛ na to aba emma ye na yentimi nto enjuma na ye no so na me promise o mo se aso parliamentary candidates nyame ya adom no mo to aba ne mame on 7th December me so me kom na hyebedwuma me ndane machi ma wo mo de sefata ye bia meko mesre me pa chow na magye aba ne ye so ye ho ato ye nto mo nkoso anya gidie wo ye mu
na Maame Tiwa esa atoa so biem sɛ wohwɛ enwuma Honorable Emmanuel Agye Anhwere hyɛ aseɛ bi te sɛ akwan a na ɔbɔ no homɔde sɛ obetuma yɛ wantimi anwie no ɔno Maame Tiwa bɛtoa so wɔn nta bɛka bom na ɔmayɛ
the director of urban roads amene na arrange appointment na nyame ya adom na sɛ appointment ne be ma me wi a mesusu mekɔ nyame ya adom a minister of roads so em sɛ yɛhwɛ ya akwan na ya start bi ye gusu ayeye but say no asudie ni da me so say even though ye nto aba maame asudie ni da me so say meboa de ye wura anhwe eye no na me so metimi de mano akotumu bi na yetimi aboa ama ya kwan na o ma start no emba say eye 9-day wonder na o mo ba be ye na o maja ho enti no eno eho adwuma ana mafa mafa ho plans ametimi ni director of urban roads kwa kasa mekwa
right enti abusia ene amote yen Honorable Sally Cheitiwa yefra no Maame Tiwa ono ana sɛ de o gina wa MPP amnyakore de mapra kɔ mrɛhyɛ badwafie ɛwɔ atwoma ngobiagya South ahinkro no nkawie ɔyɛ deputy CEO Minerals Commission.
Yetua kasebo so na Malta Mampani His Excellency Dr. George William Vella wane ne ho kani ene empanifo bi aboanan e de afri Malta eman mu abepie mu e wo man Ghana e de nani akire mu e wasante mantamu a Hope Exchange Medical Center wo Kumase wane wo mo ababedi ahia e de nkita ho e na afi wode nani abebɔ mpempe ahwɛ eniema hodo a e wo ayasabea honom na saa ayasabea ewo Kumase Asante Mantemu Santase kuroponi mu a Malta aban na enam ne doba baako bi so ya fe no owura Mario Capello ne so enenam a woba ebesi sa ayasabea yi edima adehia ewo Santase ene Asante Mantemu na Hope Exchange Hospital no Maltese ya ono onye aban mu ni anase oni aban mu wano ene bepie mu ewo Ghana ha be hye sede ne masi kro ena woba ebesi ayasabie na enye ononko a enipa dodo na ene amaman bi ene kabo mu Vatican ene wone a eboaye ena sese Hope Exchange ayasabia no wotimi esi edema wonum na general manager ya woda ayasabia no ano owura Dominic Oseikofi ene nsenkyerofo twetwe nkomo ebra Malta mampani His Excellency Dr. George William Vela ekopie mu ewo honom ena wode aseda eni kabia ekode ama Malta ene mpanifo ekekesi eni a wotimi ebabesi ayasabie edema wonum na wase efribre santene a obesi sa Hope Exchange no wamo enya wamo ajeje mu emwe bia ese no mpanifo yi edebre wo mu nti aseda eni kabia ena wode ema wo mu
Hope Exchange Medical Center penyina okofa ayasabia baye nyina Mr. Mario Capello oya Maltese nti yehye dwumede na se no sika yede si dan kakraka nyina efiri Malta o mu se ye wo amanfofo a o maboa yede enso Malta edi akoten wo dwumede mu pa hweda esiwe nya no nko maboa kwa bebrebe so na nti na penye no eba Ghana president no eba Ghana na hwe Maltese obi efiri Malta onye Ghana ni na onte ha na mmomabo modern apesika me dia abia yaresabe atise ya na refata se omampanyin Malta mampanyin so ba na wodi na ni behwe de ne de hye so aye ede ama Ghana fo ehye yenkran se o yedwumadie na omampanyin Malta president aba Ghana na so ba behwe adwuma yaye yenkran hye de mayen eye so ekasa kire nse de ye ne yanwiri ye ho na ba akwanya so de maye se yebegina so na de aseda ma Malta man o Mwahoro a omode eboa Hope Exchange Medical Center. Yaka Hope Exchange Medical Center na nyesebia yarsabia no nko a. Ghana man nyina wo mato aye ede ama Ghana man nyina sanse Ghana ni bia wa akonya se oba ayarsabia ewo ha. Enti yeda Malta manase se omososo wa aye ajakwade atise di ama Ghana. Ye hye dwumade na se no omo na ama iska eno maso ye sene so ade abedu sabri. Enti ade anim ye se de esitie bia bi pabi ebe frimo aba. Nyesa anhomba ebo omo kura ne ade abedu Sabre sabe te se wa wo ba na wo hwe wo ba na ba ne nyanyini se ono aba adwuma e de ahwe ne ho twa na abekoso ahwe no nti enim ye se bibi pa we free mo
eni awuti ye general manager ya woda Hope Exchange Medical Center no ewo Kumasi Asante Mantemu owura Dominic Oseikofi na enu achi no ene His Excellency Dr. George William Vela ono ene mampani a owo Malta obepie mu ewo omayimu etwetwe nkomo no ache se enkutawudie sononko a eda Ghana ene Malta entemu no afe ena empanifo eba bayiri mu pampi sesekune bodies
through him all those that have been involved right from the very beginning and think about organizing such a facility so many thousands of kilometers away from our small island and see that after all these years it has actually turned out to be a huge success. Going around the world, I was impressed that even though they are not doing surgery and things of the sort, but the basics are there, and this is what many people who do not have access to medical care look for, the basics like emergencies, blood examinations, infections, gynecology and things like that. So thank you very much for coming out with this idea. Obviously, on behalf of the Maltese people, I also thank the Maltese people for all having been so generous over all these years, and I think and I wish that they should carry on helping this very important initiative. If they knew more about it, I can assure you that we'll be having more and more funding, because even I, coming here for the first time, I'm impressed that this is something which is really giving a huge social service to the people in the vicinity. So keep it up, and thank you very much.
Eni awuti ye Dr. George William Vela wano eni mampani a wegina ema dishia wa Malta ema eni mu na obepie mu ewo Ghana ya ode nani kire mu ewo Asante Mantemu santase ena enkomotwetwe ekoya obidihye ayisi boama eboaboa ensem ya no ema yen
Ghana mampani John Dramani Mahama nswegu so ya ne ntoabo no a wakohia soro mu mpanimfo bi ne woni adi nkomo nkramantemu na mpanimfo no so ekoyi pa ena ode atudwa se eto oduo bi hono mu a ene mprempre mampani abedi ache Dr. Mahmoud Bomia aye na adwen se oba obeyi afiri ho na so IMF hyehyɛ da ho nti ebi kura na enya amaso sebe ekenke nkwa sebe o enudwa tuamanfo even ni pa.
The import duty is not much the problem. The import duty is normally 10%, except for luxury goods. Luxury goods is about 20-something%. The problem is the additional levies. So many levies. Yesterday, my regional chairman was showing me a list of a container that somebody had cleared. And you just had import duty, value-added tax, get fund, NHIL. But after that, the total list was about 19. COVID levy, special import levy, what and what levy. And these are the people who told us we're going from taxation to production. From taxation to production. But in the history of this country, they levied more taxes than any other government in history. And it leads to credibility problems, not only for them, but also for us. Because I go to many places and people say, but you politicians, before you get power, you tell us this, then when you come, you do something different. Driver and his driver's mates, if they are listening, don't wait till you come to office. They say when they come, they'll take e-levy, emissions levy, betting levy, they'll take them all. Why wait till you come? You can do it now because the people are complaining that the taxes are too many. A businessman came to me, their businesses are struggling because of the taxes. And Ghana Revenue Authority is on their necks every minute with audits. And so I assured him that when we come, we'll rationalize the taxes. They have signed an agreement with the IMF. And so you might not be able to come and dismantle those taxes immediately, but we will rationalize them. We will make sure that we get revenue from other places.
Enya woni MF International Monetary Fund enya kaseto ebede to no preko pese me ye afiri mo o mo na kyerɛkyerɛ wo de wo beze oye ntie ne na kyerɛ sɛ ni ya so so be yitu afiri wo de ne Dr. Mambo me o kan wo boa we ayo pani John Dramani Mahama Faith Homeopathic Clinic adawroma yade bia mama Faith ye afiri so mama Elizabeth no se kura de wasa kwaje asofo ba so bode esoro nkwa so asofo preko pe timpa ye twagu no na nro nketua so etwagu na ho aba so ate ase Faith Homeopathic Clinic de nukure obi a wode ne yade ko no onsa mfa nsa wachi da mehunu yade ya wontumi yensa me ka ne sa no na kyese yade bia wode yade nkwa de afakọ ayena makokobi 18 mu badwuma firi dwada kope memenda 0246728675 0556272671
Abusafo Bethel GPC capsules and Mr. Esisiare de me say ko ne kopa bi watem ohonam tayo henhen bra wadware wie ti ho saa dwi ho saa Bethel GPC capsules and Mr. eye wadru Ojonson 10 bia na wonya nom so bia so ma wode pray me say adro no de oh Bethel GPC capsules and Mr. eye papa kopa bi to ba bia tonto adro bia me say heba nom Colina Christ is the answer takrade any ba bia eno aso ba friend 0244 93 91 93 multi-pack and a day 5-star energy drink abadwa so no na no mo ye na mo gi tu mo no se boni pedua na wasa to so de Perla mineral water aba Perla active eka ho Force malt Kaiser cocktail drinks ni na ode aba na wo ye program bia wedding engagement mansanka bi o fridge no mane mo ma se bi se wo tobia kwa akiri te se wo de ko sankore aboom tete kwa alavanyo kwapon no be ko asufo small london wo de bobode ne kotobi he eno ano no etinu an se wo de we yanka ho men kwa na maka mo nte eno so be frɛ 020 488 7011 ofra ya no ya beje so Medima for Herbal Clinic Dr. Tam daso eno no ona de tam to yare ne so me ka jan9 enipa doma ya hu omo ho no e wo TV so no nya agro bi no mu di o ampa be ko na ho ato enti ko pokwase mayira ha so de atwuma agogo na wo number ne 0244 774282 hira number be fra no pharmacy adwumakuo bi se opemu a mobeton enema sales and afi marketing personnel and abinsoko or same who will be a ukra marketing in diploma with them and a marketing certificate be with them ebiso ukra dispensing technician and asa ukra SSC bi aso and also o ma betetem e was wuti kumase and asa dwoso and say uburu 25 years dabi enti woni je ho a na pesa wo ma obi koya number ni 0208 21 91 29 0208 21 91 29 ofra na yaje wo so
News Horn Dental Clinic and so a apostle and answer ayasabia one epo nipa sense bia wo se no nankum ania ba bi hihye se wo kwa wo bayi ni nyina ediama na News Horn Dental Clinic no eye world class and answer emiamia hodo a empanifo ko ekoye wo se ho adwuma kaka bi ene hawa wo kwa empanifo de aduro be kan ya ananse wo pesa wo de braces ne ne ma bi hihye wo se so etimi tenetene wo se no ebi wo hodoma na ebi afifi wo nchen wopese okotutu ni nyina feelings ni ade no ni nyina News Horn Dental Clinic wo mudi hu adwuma na polishing wo se ne sabia pro aye call wopese eye fita eno so okwa wo be ye hu adwuma ede amao na ebia na wo se no how bi epese bamu a wo mo be hwe na waye nsiesie ede amao e wakwanuasa bebre so News Horn Dental Clinic de me se ho na me kanfo ama wo san se wo be firi ho no mapie no na wanum atenwan na wanum aye fefefe wo se de ese wo sere a ede hyirem fefefe na eya kono Kumasi heya KNUST wonom ewo Jubilee Mall second floor honom a ena adum nso so village building Prempe the first street ho ena News Horn for wonom ewo friend 0542 589293 and 0207 003849 na wone womo enkasa the young ministers preach the word the young ministers was kansempa na wia no mienu kwasiada ena Oyerepa yede ehhehye so opese to aba edema abofra bia eye star 920 star 55 hash na wode ni nominee code no ato ama na na se obe download the vote easy app no na watimi ede ato ne duduo mu a
abusia yadisia ne sa hwini achi ye bankai bo so yo ene na eno no ye fa ye nkai bo yi entua so na ye mpija yemu asona chidom abusua pani kwa kudua GPRTU Krabate woboase na odi ne dwuma na na sekere kwantabisa tosomienu pechi number 2 enso chidom hene eno no nana amankwa eye dwantoa hene ewo pechi number 2 opani ata kwabena pechi number 2 no wo nana jeni mboaten enkane no chidom hene ewo pechi number 2 woni yoka ho no ba pani akua po nsuso ewo buokrum oba pani efianya akon ewo abrepo ya mama estawusu fanchene bra owura kofi kakari enso ewo pechi number 2 ukurani ene owura ye Elizabeth owusudua ono na sabri ote kurupaso enkwadai ene Robert Edua o America wosisdua ewo dote dora dua nso onesini adwakra pechi number 2 kwadwo apia enso Kenya sena wowo ena Henrietta Asante onso obokurum omunyina na to abese no de ya ne awerho se omanfo yi se opani Thomas Kwakudua tiasia na do na so ofata wonyamfie aduowotwe enum pepepe 85 ankropon ya adomo a ye memenda ebeya obani busumi wumi ne de to so dunsia pepepe ewo dote no nan ebepem na otwempem no wo ya mpem agyamfo asuma bia no akire no be ya ofusum de ama no ewo St Anthony Roman Catholic asafumbo krum eno no otwempem bepem no ndumpem ho no be ya mamre ne amane akoto ne nem ewo pechi number 2 Roma for emusieye ebusua kire se wodan wo ho a buo krum abotan so night club donko ebepem no nsia nwumere no no benum ne sikase yi ade achi a obenim de toso dunso 17th March no ekire se St Anthony Catholic asafumbo krum no nkron ebepem ebe prem tubirem hodi yankropon aseda akomana na ebusua abidi ehyiemu etwato amandofo abidi nkra nsu twato ewo krum abotan so night club donko ebepem no nsia fa kwota ye ho no a no de tutum pata to ansase mo beba abeboa won
kasina nankana hina owo Asante Chief Leo Adam ofirimu na yenkaibo enie His Royal Majesty Otumfo Setu Otosuminu Sante hene Council of Zongo Chiefs yawo Asante ha ene Zongo na Vrungo omunyina aka ho bi ana PE Asakpare Balinia ada ya Otosumienu Chiana Pio ena Emma ena Didi Swing Steward Danti Adam Peter Leo Adam James Leo Adam Thomas Adam Ben Leo Adam Christopher Leo Samuel Leo Adam Doreen Leo Adam Kate Leo Diana Leo Felicia Leo Vida Leo ena Kennedy Abawana omunyina sa won kaibon bi na abusuan se mfanto manim se Chief Leo Adam kasana nankana fo hina wa Asantea wa free mu abusuan se bosome nan a yebesim no de to so nsia memenda ɛna ɔbɛyɛ yie no ɛwɔ Asawase ɛmɛ school park no so ɛbɛn Asawase market anaasɛ saa bɛn Asawase Methodist saa da na obɛsi ɔhene foforɔ sɛ adrebu a yɛbɔ foforɔ ɛde poma mu adeɛ kye kwɛsɛ da April da ɛtɔ so nson adana no ɔbɛkɔ na asɛ som ɛwɔ Asawase ɛmɛ school park no so hɔ a baabi ɔyɛ yie no nti abusuase mu ntie na monhyɛ no soma wɔ mu
deɛ du so ɛyɛ ɔbaa pani comfort aku sika ya wadane ato atiaseɛ no na dodoɔ no afrɛ no osika na yipa so mpanimfoɔ na baduka akyire asona hene ɛwɔ agona ɛna ɛwɔ agogo na kwaku jamfi baamu hene wɔpani kwadwo asamoa abusua pani ɔkyeame kusi agogo man hene kyeame na adakwa yadom hwidiem dwanto ahene na opuni yenchiade dadeɛ so aba ehene na kwaku ata ani agyeyi ɔsɛe kurom mankala edikuro na Frimpomaa baamu hema wɔba panifo bi hwidiem dwanto ahema na oforiboaten magida dikuro Oduefour ze kuro ne din na no enie magida na dakwa yadom bebome ehene Berima opoku nyantachi okoji adeɛ obrempɔn ehene ɛna afei nana kwasi wusu nhyaye so dikuro the Apostolic Church of Ghana Agogo Central ɛna anani krom Central District wɔn nyinaa ka ayipa so mpanimfoɔ ne ho Deacon Joseph Amoaten Junior Oyerepa FM na Oyerepa TV odonko a ne maame nimpon ene da fom ne abusua nyinaa so na ade hyebusua wa agogo aka bomi a wode oyaw ensie se wade nyinaa woba pani comfort akusika maame osika odaye a wansɔre na abusua ayɛ nhyehyɛye ya nyankopɔn ɛyɛ adom a osekro mankala ene nyamebo a memene da pani bɛhwɛ Oyerepafoɔ nyinaa ɛne adɔfoɔ yɛ ba behyiam na ɛbɛn Asante Achema Agogo anopa no nan paimu ɛna wɔde maame osika ɛbɛto mpamu na wɔtwe mpaimu no na wɔde no akɔ mu ɛwɔ asieye na wɔnom akɔ ne korabe na wɔnom efiri asieye ba donko edikopem anwume no nsia osekro mankala honom ebe Asante Achema Agogo na ho ena yiyo na bekoso na ya no maame achi sikasa kwasi ada no ena asesom bekoso ewo the Apostolic Church Ghana osekro mankala efri anopa no nkron edikopem premtobre eno achi no eye ne besan atoa so ewo biaye a wotena eye eye no anti ye to nsa de afradofo ne agyamfo nyinaa samonfo odo mebodom esanse de ade atonani enye ono na oyie ene kan na ntu ana aka sere ne senti no ono anko obekọ nti yenkogye na yenkata maame achi nti Oyerepa TV ene radio Promise TV ne Promise Radio yedwuma yeni ena ne maame afiri mu tinyame ya adoma memene da ye nyinaa ye ebo ana bepie honom na ya ba begya Deacon Joseph Amoaten odonko a na wakata ne maame achi maame nso so nanti yie ye ma demri fa due
ne amanehunu Honorable Daniel Ochem Abuaje yemane due ne amanehunu ofata na yenka ebone kane bantema MP nanado danko Akufo-Addo Ghana mampani Dr. Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia omampani abedi kira wo setu franka de ma MPP amanyekuo no na nantwa Brempon toso miensa atwomahene na ayim awere ya otoso mienu tuase hene aguna busu apani opani Kofi Agye atwoma fon ase eno wo afi bafo anoche Abuaje etafre ne P Germany Ura John Brain Abuaje ewo Canada Honorable Kofi Mafo DC atwoma mponua Honorable Asenso Boache MP yawo Bantama constituency osaye Minister Roads and Highways enuanum bi eye maame adwoa saa odidwa ewo Tanoso na nama akowa ewo Kejetia Dubai na ata anama ata ono so pamade ewo Bantama ura kwabana fori Abuaje eye oko businessman ewo Kumase kunani a ne dofo afirimo eye Honorable Daniel Ochem Abuaje ofata na yere eye maame Dr. Adwoa Asante wa Abuaje America mamu enwo ema Honorable Daniel Ochem Abuaje ofata je omachiri Daniela Ejapoma Abuaje ena Joshua Charles Owusu Mensa Abuaje ene abuso nyina se mfa ntoma no se de moate no Honorable Daniel Ochem Abuaje kane MP Bantema wafiri mu ofata ne efre no sa ye CEO Emma 2 p.m. Express 2M Express I can 2 p.m. say upon matano 2 p.m. Yo 2M Express and MGI Financial Limited near no CEO wafiri mu abusua se memenda edi anim ye busumi mu da toso dunsia woyie mu na deda no ewo atwoma boko enim tete a atwoma boko hwa waye fuso nyina wie no na akwape ne kurabere ewo honom abusua ba betena se anom sekesa no atwoma boko school park ne so ade eche kwase da abekọ na ase so church of Pentecost ewo atwoma boko no wie na ase so na wasa akotoa esubiem wafata ene ekoye o ebere na so ye na yi
abusua no so ne ebegina edi kasebo ni nyina aba na wieye owura birthday wo ho okay
abusa for madam meburu ye kwe birthday no yemienu ye nuanu bi nyame ahye ne ho anim nyam o mabra boso ye na omudi o mawoda de di kan eye Mrs Sandra Bafo UK na owo Mrs Sandra Bafo UK na ye na woda efiri osu jamfi abusua nyina na ewo hye Mrs Sandra Bafo ya o UK happy birthday mami nyame ka ho no tre nim kire wai ukunu ene ewusu jamfi abusu nyina e ma otire nkwanne ene so ye wisdom ofori awoda wisdom ofori ewo atwoma manhia wo ye fashion designer ene ye wono so na awoda efri ura Kingsley owusu dedewo ena mia menchen ene ye ka bom de ama wisdom ofori atwoma manhia o international fashion designer o hwena atade se na ono ana dwudwi ne ho no apam na ade
apam ne kama sa
o ye brother say no ye nipa so pa nyame nka no no ntenenum enkyere no
yene asomo eye modehie Maame Frimpomaa Kranche MFK for short NFA
Krobea Asante na Oduefour Asabre pinaman na penkrahene chiame Mr Makiel yaw esumai ono na yire Maame Hana omo se krasa asombien kamu nyina thank you Lord Jesus
Oyerepa FM 100.7
Empania tenase Oyerepa FM ya daso